You're listening to Gamer Girls Radio, sponsored by the Pink Controller.
Woo! Let's go!
Welcome back for another gaming news update. It's the Big Saturday Show. Game news from the last week.
And we have like an absolute mountain of stuff to get through today.
Oh, literally so much. But real quick, before we get into all this madness, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe for news and more. You know it helps us out.
It really does.
And honestly, if you're looking to grab some amazing gear, or, just want your gaming setup to look completely incredible, you have to head over to thepinkcontroller.com.
Oh, absolutely.
It is a fantastic source for gamer merch. Like, hands down, the best on the internet right now, so go check them out.
Highly recommended, yeah.
All right, so I hope you all brought your energy drinks, because today's update is just this massive rapid-fire journey through 9 massive stories from the past week.
Yeah, from July 27th to July 31st. It has been a wild few days.
It really has. So you ready to jump into this?
I am so ready. Let's do it.
Awesome. We are kicking things off with a game that takes the concept of a chaotic workplace to a whole new level. It's called Sintopia.
Right, Sintopia.
And, okay, let's unpack this, because we all know real-life middle management can feel like actual hell.
Yeah.
But Pyrrhic Knights Games and Team 17 just went and made this industry literal.
They absolutely did, and it's honestly so clever how they handled it.
Right.
Yeah, so for PC players, Sintopia just got its first major post-launch update, and it is perfectly titled the Employee Retention Update.
With an I, right?
Employee.
Exactly, with an I. And the core loop here is brilliant because, well, you're a middle manager at Hell Incorporated.
Which just sounds so stressful.
It sounds, but your job isn't like mindless, fiery torture. It's a highly bureaucratic system of re-education.
Re-education, not torture.
Right. You are basically scrubbing these wayward souls clean of their sins, so that way when they get resurrected, they don't have this massive buildup of vice carrying over into their next lives.
That is hilarious. So it's basically a cozy management sim, but for damnation.
Exactly. It takes those cozy mechanics, building paths, assigning workers, and just slaps them onto literal hell.
Okay, but I have to ask, because management sims, they can sometimes cross that line from fun to just like pure frustrating tedium.
Yeah.
If my hellscape gets too clogged up, isn't it just a massive headache?
Well, that exact friction is what this new update actually addresses.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the devs introduced a few game-changing tools. First, you've got the new Souls Gate.
Okay, what does that do?
Think of it like a router for your internet connection, but instead of data packets, it directs the flow of wayward spirits so they don't clog up your processing facilities.
Oh, thank God. Or, well, thank Satan, I guess.
Right, exactly. But the real game changers here are the Ground Flattener and the Souls Relocator.
Ground flattener sounds pretty aggressive.
It is, but in a good way. Before, if your map had annoying geographical obstacles, you had to painstakingly tear up all your roads to fix it.
The work.
I know. But now, a click or two, and the Ground Flattener instantly destroys the obstacles. And the Relocator teleports lost souls straight back to the Hell Plaza.
So it's less about micromanaging every single soul and more about the macro logistics.
Exactly. You're building pure automation. Oh, and for anyone wanting to jump in, there's a 20% discount on the base game until August 10th.
We love a good discount.
Yeah.
But moving from managing thousands of souls to like the hyper-focused mechanics of a single piece of fabric.
Oh, this transition is great.
Here's where it gets really interesting. We need to talk about Dressmaker.
Yes, Dressmaker by Cozy Lives.
Launching September 21st on Steam. And it already has over 200,000 wish lists, which is insane.
It's a massive number for this kind of game.
It is.
Yeah.
And the origin story is just beautiful. So Sabrina Becker has this deep passion for costume design, right? But she couldn't pursue it professionally due to Ehlers-Danlos syndrome.
Right, the physical limitations are just too much.
Exactly. So her partner, Jonathan Hayoun, literally built the foundation of this digital world with her so she could pursue her craft in a game.
It is just such an incredibly touching story of accessibility. And what's fascinating here is the actual studio history behind it.
Oh yeah, tell them about Free Lives.
So Jonathan pitched this to his employer, Free Lives. And for context, they are a South African studio famous for highly kinetic, violently comedic games like Broforce and Angerfoot.
Games where you literally kick down doors and shoot aliens.
Exactly. So pitching a cozy tailoring simulator was a massive left turn for them. But he teamed up with a couple of devs, built a prototype in 3 weeks, and it just exploded.
Over 100,000 downloads, right?
Yeah. It was so successful that the studio actually created a whole new publishing label just for this game. They called it Cozy Lives.
That is wild to me. But how does it actually play? Because if I'm just clicking a menu that says make dress, I feel like that totally misses the point of tailoring.
Well, that's exactly why it's resonating. It completely abandons that menu clicker format.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, the tactile mechanics are incredible. You manually choose the physical properties of the fabric, like the weight of linen or the sheen of silk.
Wait, you actually feel the difference in the game?
Mechanically, yes.
Yeah.
You arrange and cut the patterns yourself. You actively feed the fabric into a digital sewing machine. You even place every button by hand.
Okay, I am so gonna sabotage someone's outfit. Like sewing a heavy velvet sleeve onto a lightweight silk bodice.
And you can. It's physics-based, so you can perfectly satisfy the townsfolk or totally ruin their outfits. It gives you complete creative freedom.
I love that.
Yeah.
But while Dressmaker is all about nurturing a community through tailoring, our next game adds giant mythical reptiles to the mix.
Which is always a good addition.
Let's talk about Dragon Shelter.
Yes, from Wild Forest Studio and Curve Games. This one is launching September 24th on Steam.
So it's a fantasy farming sim. But the twist is you have dragons helping you farm.
Yep. You are taming and raising dragons who actively assist with rebuilding your town, growing crops, and even cooking.
Okay, hold on. Logistically, is this safe? I'm putting a fire-breathing apex predator in a tiny wooden kitchen. Does an overzealous dragon just accidentally char my meals to a crisp?
Well, that slight clumsiness is actually part of the charm. The trailers dropped recently, and you can see them interacting with the environment. It's adorable.
Okay, I guess I can forgive a burnt salad if the dragon is cute.
Right. But mechanically, it's about restoring this ancient lost bond between humans and dragons. You use their magic to grow enchanted crops.
Oh, that's cool.
And they are introducing 4 distinct seasons that dramatically alter the gameplay loops. Plus, the cooking system is deeply tied to social progression.
So the dragons are my sous chefs, and I use the food to make friends.
Exactly. You share these massive, wholesome meals with the townsfolk to build trust. It revitalizes the community, making it feel less like a solitary grind and more like a collective effort.
Nurturing a community with magically cooked dragon food is definitely a flex. But hey, if we're talking about connecting with digital characters, we have to talk about Stellar Cafe.
Oh, absolutely. This is a huge leap forward.
Astrobeam is bringing it to Steam, moving from just VR to flat-screen PCs and the Steam Deck. You literally talk into your microphone to solve robot patrons' problems.
It's such a cool concept.
It is. But I have to push back here. Is it going to be incredibly awkward talking out loud to my Steam Deck on the bus? Like, yes, Mr. Robot, here is your space latte. How's your divorce going?
I mean, yeah, you might get a few strange looks on public transit, but if we connect this to the bigger picture, what Astrobeam is doing is revolutionary.
How so?
Well, the studio was founded by Devin Reimer, who co-created Job Simulator, so he understands virtual physical interactions, but here, he is tackling verbal interaction.
Right.
The game abandons traditional dialogue trees completely. It uses generative AI so the robots respond to your natural speech in real time.
Wait, no dialogue trees at all.
Yeah.
We spent like 30 years being trained to pick the optimal dialogue option. How does it even work?
By just mimicking human conversation. You aren't picking option A to manipulate an affection meter, you just talk.
That is wild.
And crucially, it remembers the context. If you give a robot advice on Monday, they will reference it when they come back on Thursday.
Oh, wow. That's slightly terrifying, but amazing.
It really is. It creates this illusion of consciousness that makes the characters feel truly alive. We are watching AI replace abstract control schemes.
Okay, but if having deep emotional conversations with highly intelligent robots gets too overwhelming, maybe it's time to retreat to the quietest companions possible, houseplants.
A completely different end of the spectrum, yes.
Leafy Corner by Fireline Games. It's out right now on Steam, Switch, PS5, and Xbox.
Yes, and it is so peaceful.
I look at this game and think, this is how I get a green thumb without the crippling guilt of killing an expensive Monstera plant. But honestly, doesn't a plant watering simulator get incredibly boring after an hour?
You'd think so, but it's all about the pacing of the casual management loop. It taps into the psychology of low-stakes, passive progression.
Okay, so it's chill, but keeps you hooked.
Exactly. You run this cute plant shop, and there are over 100 unique, real-life plants with highly realistic growing animations. You aren't getting instant gratification, you're nurturing them over time.
What's the main goal then?
Fulfilling specific customer orders and discovering rare plant variegations.
Oh, the color mutations. Real-life plant collectors literally obsess over those.
Absolutely. The dopamine hit when you finally cultivate a rare variegation is huge. And as your reputation goes up, you unlock extensive furniture upgrades.
So it's an antidote to high-stress gaming.
Exactly. It focuses on doing one niche thing exceptionally well, which actually makes it the perfect segue to an entire festival dedicated to this kind of development.
Let's go. Yogscast Games is bringing back the Tiny Teams Festival.
Yes, running August 6th through the 13th on Steam, Twitch, and YouTube.
And Yogscast has such an insane pedigree. I mean, they publish Played Up and Dungeons and Degenerate Gamblers. But have you noticed how the absolute most viral games lately are made by like two people in a basement?
It is a profound shift in the industry's economic landscape. And Tiny Teams specifically celebrates these solo devs and micro studios.
The highlight reel is crazy. Balatro, Escape the Backrooms, peak baby steps.
Right. And what's happening is that the massive AAA industry is facing a crisis of risk aversion. When you spend $200 million on a game, you cannot afford to take creative risks.
Which means we end up with like 5 sequels that all feel exactly the same.
Precisely. But a micro studio has incredibly low overhead. They don't need to sell 5 million copies.
So they can just make whatever weird game they want.
Exactly. This extreme financial agility lets them experiment with bizarre mechanics and unconventional genre mashups. That is where all the true innovation is happening right now.
It really is the golden age for indie games.
Yeah.
But speaking of massive AAA studios and huge budgets, let's look at the other side of the coin.
Oh, creepy.
One of the biggest games on the planet is getting a massive freezing update, Genshin Impact.
Version 7.0.
So what does this all mean for the players?
It is a monumental lore and gameplay update launching August 12th, titled Everwinter Without Mercy.
Sounds chilly.
Very. We are finally being introduced to Snezhnaya, the 7th nation of Teyvat. It's a region defined by unyielding blizzards.
And they use Kresnik energy to stay warm.
Exactly. But the narrative implications are the real draw here. We are entering the home turf of the Fatui, the shadowy villain syndicate that has been pulling the strings for years.
We are walking right into the villain's headquarters.
Yeah.
And the new characters look incredible. I mean, Odette.
Odette is a prime example of how they are shifting the combat meta. She's a 5-star cryo sword wielder.
And she's a ballerina.
Yes. Lore-wise, she's an assassin who publicly operates as a celebrated ballerina. And her kit reflects this. Her elemental skill deploys a dance double that deals continuous area of effect damage.
Now it's super cool.
But the twist is, if you trigger it again, Odette and the double perform a brief duet, unleashing a massive burst of damage. You have to manage the positioning of 2 entities at once.
A deadly ballet duet is so stylish. Who else is dropping?
We also have Alyosha. He's a 4-star electro polearm wielder, a local hunter who fights alongside his dog, Tugurin.
A dog that heals.
Yep, he provides damage buffs and restores health. And you unlock him for free just by advancing the new Archon quest.
That is awesome.
But the real game changer is the new elemental reaction, Stellar Swirl.
Wait, they're adding entirely new reactions? How does that even work?
By combining Anemo and Cryo, you trigger Stellar Swirl, which summons a stellar vortex on the field. If you repeatedly feed the vortex, it levels up and detonates for massive damage.
So it completely changes how you build your team.
Totally. And outside of combat, triggering it boosts your jump height, which totally changes exploration.
Okay, that is huge.
Uh-huh.
But we have to talk about the craziest part of this update. Because out of nowhere, Genshin is giving players literal firearms and a third-person shooter mode.
Yeah, it's a massive technical risk for Hoyoverse.
It's so unhinged in the best way. Why did they do it?
To prevent live service stagnation. When a game runs this long, you have to shake things up. So in Snezhnaya, you get the Eye of Grey goggles.
And those unlock the shooter mode.
Right, they protect you from the cold and let you summon literal trains to ride around. But when equipped, the camera shifts seamlessly into a TPS mode. You can find 3 distinct firearms and attachments.
Giving a fantasy RPG an assault rifle mode is just, it's so funny to me. But look, braving catastrophic blizzard sounds exhausting. Sometimes you just want a warm, cozy island.
Which brings us to Starsand Island, leaving early access and launching its 1.0 update on August 18th for PC, PS5, and the Switch 2.
The art style is gorgeous, heavily inspired by Eastern philosophy.
It really is stunning.
But looking at the feature list, 14 romanceable characters, dating activities like kite flying and arcades. Who actually has the time to farm in this farming sim?
This raises an important question about the evolution of farming sims. The actual crop management has almost become secondary.
Right, it's all about the NPCs now.
Exactly. The industry realized that social mechanics are what keep players engaged long-term. And Starsand Island understands this perfectly.
So they expanded the interactions.
Drastically. 19 NPCs are getting deep, multi-heart relationship quests. The game has a dynamic weather cycle, sure, but the emotional beats are what anchor you to the island.
And you don't have to do it alone anymore.
Yes. The most anticipated addition is the 4-player online multiplayer.
Nice.
You can explore ancient ruins, battle monsters, and build homes together. They even added a multiplayer currency for unique rewards.
And there's an in-game event happening.
The Autumn Pumpkin Carnival. It has its own storyline, activities like catching glowing jellyfish, and exclusive cosmetics. Oh, and physical edition pre-orders open today for consoles.
Snagging a physical copy for the Switch 2 sounds like a perfect relaxing weekend. But hey, if you want to take your island socializing and immediately turn it into high-speed competitive chaos,
Oh boy.
you have to strap on a VR headset. We are finishing up today with Mayhem Dash, Sky City with Sanrio characters.
From Thirdverse, available right now on the MetaQuest.
I saw the gameplay, and it is insanely fun. It is essentially a neon-lit, high-speed VR Mario Kart starring Hello Kitty.
That is a very accurate analogy.
But how does racing actually feel in VR without making you want to throw up?
The comfort level is actually where Thirdverse shines. They use a lot of smart visual anchoring techniques to keep the high-speed drifting from causing nausea.
That's a relief.
But the development story is what truly stands out here. It used to be in early access under a completely different name, Hello Kitty Skyland.
Oh, I remember that. It was just a casual theme park, right?
Exactly. But Thirdverse closely monitored the feedback and realized players overwhelmingly favored the Sky Dash racing mode.
So they just tossed the rest of the park out.
Pretty much.
I love when developers actually listen to early access feedback and completely overhaul their vision based on what players actually enjoy.
It shows immense respect for the community. They rebranded the whole game, redesigned the visuals into this sprawling neon metropolis called Sky City, and focused entirely on the racing.
That is such a smart pivot.
It really is. They turned a casual VR space into a highly competitive live service ecosystem. And today marks the launch of their first ranked season, the Founder Season.
Up to 10 players racing in VR, right?
Yep. Heated 10-player online races, global leaderboards, exclusive rewards. It is a masterclass in how to successfully pivot during development.
Drifting past Hello Kitty in a neon city in VR sounds like absolute mayhem. I guess perfectly explains the name.
It absolutely does.
We have covered so much ground today, from VR racing to hellish management.
We really have. And looking at this massive stack of news, it just leaves me thinking about the sheer spectrum of gaming we explored today.
Oh, totally.
I mean, on one end, you're using cutting-edge generative AI to have real-time, out-loud conversations with robots in Stellar Cafe.
Right.
And on the total opposite end, you are meticulously choosing fabrics and feeding them through a digital sewing machine in Dressmaker.
The variety is insane.
It is. It really makes you wonder, what does your gaming diet say about what your brain is craving right now? Are you seeking the high-speed chaos of Mayhem Dash, the quiet connection of Starsand Island, or the total bureaucratic control of managing the underworld in Sintopia?
Honestly, my brain is craving all three, depending on what hour of the day it is.
Same here.
Well, listeners, thank you so much for hanging out with us for another gaming news update. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the Big Saturday Show so you never miss out on the latest drops.
Catch y'all next time.
And one last time, do yourself a huge favor and head over to thepinkcontroller.com to grab the absolute best gamer merch on the internet. Stay hyped, play some great games this weekend, and we will catch you on the next one.